Alrighty, YouTube. So, I just want to give you guys a little update because I want to kind of change the content again. I've been changing the content quite often. I've honestly just been trying to find something that I personally enjoy that still obviously revolves around fitness because that's obviously my my main goal with my channel is the fitness. But I kind of want to like branch off because I feel like if I'm gonna be stuck in fitness, first of all, there's gonna be a slight growth compared to if I was to branch off into multiple different categories on the YouTube industry. So I'm thinking about doing kind of my own thing. Obviously, there's many other people that do this, but doing a vlog kind of vibe. So, going around just recording whatever the fuck I can, just for content purposes. But then I also want to make sure that my main focus is still on the gym. So maybe like 3 minutes of vlogging in the beginning, the gym for 10 minutes, 3 minutes of vlogging in the end, something like that. I also want to analyze my workouts a little bit more throughout the actual like workouts to talk, do some talkovers. Obviously, I'll still be like doing kind of the ambient, kind of giving those cinematic kind of shots, which is what my goal is. But I want to be talking a little bit more over the workout itself. I don't know if you guys like the preset, but I personally do about the blue preset. If it kind of throws you off a little bit, let me know. I'll definitely switch that up. But pretty much right now, I'm just editing this video, and I was like, I feel like an intro is pretty necessary, and definitely give an update about what I want to do in the future. It's a little bit tough because I do only have a GoPro as my camera right now. So, I mean, it's better than nothing, obviously. I'll take it. Like, I'm not complaining. But it's just the fact that the batteries on these things do not last that long, actually. They last maybe an hour of recording content. And then especially if you're turning it on and off, it just drains the battery more. So, I'd say more like 45 minutes. And I have two batteries, so I have an hour and a half that I can film in between charges. Obviously, charging takes like 5 minutes because that's every battery nowadays. But either way, it's kind of my goal for content nowadays because I just want to be able to vlog, give a little bit more in my life, a little bit like the Alex Eubank kind of style that's going on right now, where he's just vlogging and he's just enjoying his life. It's a little bit harder because during the day I'm at school. After that I have sports, so it's like I don't really do much other than the gym, actually. Like, I don't really have time for myself. But on weekends, with the girlfriend and stuff like that, we definitely venture out. We do a little bit more stuff, hiking and stuff like that. Those are all little things that I could easily record and just add to content. Because she's super supportive of it. Like, she does not really get shy in the camera. She enjoys it. And honestly, that's why I like her, is we match, It was pretty nice that she's not too shy around the camera. But either way, on top of that, I have a job, which I didn't mention. But either way, we got legs that you're going to see in the video, or that you already kind of knew by the title. Hopefully this didn't make you guys click off already by the intro. But we're going to be dissecting a little bit more on the legs and kind of what we do. It's going to be kind of the angle that I'm going to be doing, because while I'm editing the actual video itself, I'm just going to turn around and look and do a voiceover at the same time. And from the voiceover from this video, I'm going to integrate into the editing itself. So it'll take a little bit more time to edit. So hopefully videos come out once a week, maybe twice a week, depending how busy I get, is the goal. It's a little bit tough because I get home at like 9 every day, and then I wake up at like 5 for the gym. So gotta make sure I'm getting sleep in. But either way, let's get into the leg day. So first thing we got is obviously RDLs. This has been mostly a tempo work, honestly. So the tempo is a 4 down, and then a 1-1-1. So basically 4 down, the isometric when you're holding it, and then the 1 at the bottom, pretty much, which is the bounce itself. And then we have the 1 for the explosive up, the 1 hold, or I think it's a 2-second hold, and then back to the 4 down. So that's kind of the idea we're going for. Really resetting every rep pretty much, just making sure that we can really activate it. One of the main things that people do wrong with RDLs or SDLs or whatever, obviously there's different variations of doing it, but one of the things a lot of people do, which is why they don't actually feel the activation as good, is they really don't drive their hips back, and that's where you're going to feel the most glute extension, the hamstring extensions, because that's where you're going to get the most pull. So if you guys are doing RDLs or anything, just make sure to really hinge your hips back instead of bending your back forward, which is what a lot of people do, it's mostly all hips. So push your hips back, push your hips back, and your back will lower itself automatically. Alrighty, so next thing we got is leg extensions. We pretty much just focus on the squeeze at the top, as that's what you're going to be like exerting the muscle at most. But with these, I really want to make sure I'm getting a good stretch on the way down, really stretch the muscle fibers as much as I can. I'm not sure if you guys kind of know how this works, but when you stretch your muscle fibers, you make little tears, and think of it as cutting yourself like by accident or something. That tear is going to re-thicken up with skin, and your skin's going to become thicker. It's almost like calluses, kind of that idea. You're building calluses in your muscles, the muscle fibers, might I say. So when you stretch them, really pull them, obviously you want to make sure not to be injuring yourself, but when you're stretching your muscle fibers, you're going to be activating a lot more of the muscle itself. Obviously you can see right now my legs aren't the biggest, but I'm definitely working on it. In terms of size, they're not too bad, but in terms of definition, could really use some work. Alrighty, next up we got reverse banded hack squat. So basically how the reverse banded works is, instead of having tension on the way up, let's say you're doing a pendulum squat, you attach the tension so that it adds more tension when you're going up. It's actually doing the opposite, so it's going to help you get up. If you guys want to watch a video on it, I'll give you a lot more detail, or I can make a video too on it if you guys want. But basically, you just put the band on whatever you can really attach it to, then you'll put on the handles or maybe where the weight loads. And then what you want to do is you want to have it a pretty enough, like strong enough tension. You can see in the video how I've wrapped it. The purple bands in the back, when you're pushing up, that resistance can help push you back up. So it's not really going to do the whole movement, because after a certain point, tension is lost. But in general, it's going to help you with a little bit of an explosive, so you can really try to squeeze out a couple more reps than you would have normally had. As far as the red bands go around the weights, it's just that I have like our gym or hack squat is not amazing for depth. You really have to place your feet high up, which is not ideal. So I keep my feet the same spot, but I just band up like a pad so that I can get a little bit more depth, because my shoulders will be lower. But other than that, just reverse banded hack squats, really pushing myself. There's not really any focus. Feet obviously are going to be a little bit wide and angled, just so you can really get the depth with your knees. If you're going to have your feet straight, you're not going to get the depth, first of all, and second of all, it's not going to be good for your knees in general. So make sure that your feet are kind of spread apart and wide. It would be ideal. Next workout we have is the Cybex. It's like a squat press kind of. So instead of having the leg press going straight the angle of back and forth, this one's coming down on an angle like this kind of. So it's coming more of like an arch than an actual straight angle itself. This arch just helps with obviously like joint pains and stuff like that. It's actually really nice of a machine, and you'll see that if ever you get the chance to really try one of these, it doesn't have to be this exact one here, but just where the leg press is more of an arch, you'll see you get actually a lot more activation in the hamstring and the glutes. You still get a lot in the quads, obviously that's the main focus, but you'll feel a little bit more stretch in the glutes and the hamstrings. So it's an all around leg building muscle. Definitely a lot better than the regular leg press in my opinion. I feel like, not necessarily that I can push more, but I can push more and feel it more. Same thing as the hack squat, keep your feet wide and everything. But it's definitely a pretty neat machine. I think we got 4 plates on there, doing 8 to 12. So it's not like I go crazy heavy, but the squeeze I get out of it is amazing. I'm recording this, like the voiceover part, about 2 days after the leg day. Legs are still sore, so Definitely a big contributor to that. And like after that, we just kind of drop the weight and do a little bit of a more of like a burnout than an actual. Let's say yeah, more of a burnout than a strength train than a drop set, but definitely still really neat. Alrighty, so at this point, quads are absolutely fried. So we got belt squats, obviously, like you can see, but we only have one plate on, just because, like I just said, our quads are freaking fried. Like I honestly couldn't feel anything. It was definitely really nice to feel that because it's been a while. I wouldn't say that I've trained legs in a while, but it's been a while that I've trained at this intensity. I haven't really trained to failure or really pushing myself in a while. It definitely feels nice. The only thing I don't like about this belt squat is the pads are pretty slippery. Like there's not too much grip, and I like working out barefoot just so I get more of a flat kind of feel to it. So I'm definitely gonna need shoes for grip. But other than that, it's definitely a pretty neat machine. I personally can't really barbell squat because I have quadricep tendinosis. Pretty much just one of my one of my tendons in my legs are kind of like inflamed, and it's been like that for 2 years now. Like it acts up, but barbell squats are one of the worst ones. So I've been able to do Smith belt squats, obviously like hack squats on every other machine, but just for some reason the bare barbell doesn't sit too well with me. But anyways, the bare barbell isn't amazing for quad growth either. So the belt squat's pretty neat. You have tension pretty much the whole way around. Obviously not when you're at the top, but when you're at the top and you're taking rest, you have your quad squeezed. So, sorry, it's 11 p.m. right now. Definitely a really nice machine. I'm definitely excited to keep using it and gain strength on it and definitely get more weight on the machine to hopefully, seem a little bit stronger with the legs. But right now we're on the cutting phase, so cutting and building mass phase is what the phase we're kind of in, so hopefully we keep that going pretty good. Look at my calves. So we haven't really had much hamstring work because this was the quad focus day. Hamstring focus day is my second leg day. So right now our split is push-pull legs with, it's like a 6-day split, we'll say. But push-pull legs, and then it's like different focuses on some days. So obviously some days it's gonna be chest tricep for push, and then the other one I think is chest shoulders, and then bicep back, and then bicep back is the same kind of thing. That doesn't really change. But for legs, then there's one quad, one hamstring. This is our only really hamstring workout in this. Same thing, tempo work. So you really try to hold that up. Same thing, stretch the muscle fibers. I'll say that pretty repetitively throughout these videos, so I'll try not to, but that's how you're gonna grow your muscles, just by stretching muscle fibers and getting them to rebuild. Alrighty, pretty self-explanatory calf raises. Really squeeze at the top. Now the only problem I have with squeezing at the top for calf raises is that I often get a calf cramp. I feel like that happens to most people though, but it's honestly probably just because we don't train calves pretty often. So when you're really tensing that muscle up, it's starting to cramp. But it's definitely an amazing feeling training calves because it's so easy. But it's like not rewarding because like you train calves so much, it's so hard to grow them. But let alone that's any muscle, it's pretty hard to grow. It takes really a lot of time. You just have to really stay what's the word, perseverant, and really show up every day, and that's how you're gonna really grow. If you're quitting after a bit, you're not really gonna grow. So yeah, we just kind of focus on stretching a little bit of the calves on the bottom and really making sure our foot gets all the way down. But other than that, there's not much to the calf raises themselves. Alrighty, so that was the leg workout. Like I mentioned, obviously, I do want to do a little bit more of the vlogging and stuff. I have a back workout that's posted already, or not posted, recorded already in terms of the workout things. So what I think I'm going to do is record, if I can record all in one day, boom, 2 in 1. But if not, I'll probably record the workout and then, yeah, sorry. I'll record the workout and then I'll do the vlog on, if something interesting happens. So posts will vary first of all on if something interesting happens, and then like that I can vlog so I can get a little bit of content for you guys. And then secondly, if what is it gonna be? On editing and stuff like that if I have the time. But I'll try my best to post as much as possible. I just hope you guys kind of enjoy the style of editing. This is the kind of one I kind of want to do. Examine my workouts, make sure that I'm up to par on stuff, and that hopefully any tips that I personally have can, maybe help you guys. Because as much as you can look for a bigger guy, everyone has different tips. Everyone has different bodies. My tips might work for you. Someone else's tips might work for you. Alright, but in the end, everyone's just trying to help everyone in the fitness industry because, like, you're just going to better yourself, right? You're not really trying to be better than someone else. At least if you are, then you're not in the gym for the right reason, unless you're trying to better your old self. But you shouldn't really be judging other people for bad form or anything like that, because everyone starts somewhere and there's only room for improvement. So either way, I'm going to stop this recording here. I am going to put this in the editing, and obviously you guys are watching the video right now, so you're going to see it. I just want to say I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one, and hopefully we'll have some interesting vlog and a little bit more energy because we're pretty tired right now. See you guys.